Every morning on my way to work, I would pass the same little corner near the subway station. There, a young homeless girl would sit with a tattered blanket and a faded cardboard sign. I started giving her $5 every day. It wasn't much, but seeing her smile in the cold mornings made me feel like I was doing something right. Over time, she began to recognize me, nodding with a shy grin whenever I approached. Weeks passed, and our routine became almost comforting. I never asked her name, and she never asked mine. Some mornings, she would whisper a small thank you as I handed her the money, and sometimes she would save it to buy a tiny coffee or snack. I didn't think much beyond the simple act of kindness. It was a small gesture that brightened her day, and mine. One afternoon, as I sat at my desk, I noticed a notification on my phone. It was a message from an unknown number. I opened it and my heart skipped a beat. It read, "Don't go home tonight." I stared at the screen, thinking it must be a prank, someone messing with me. But there was something urgent in her tone, even without words. I tried to reply, asking what she meant, but the message never came. That night, the air around my house felt unusually heavy. I unlocked the door and stepped inside, the silence pressing down on me. Suddenly, I heard a loud crash from the back of the house. Heart racing, I grabbed a flashlight and rushed to the source of the noise. To my shock, I found my living room window shattered, glass scattered across the floor, and a figure disappearing into the darkness. Panicked, I called the police, who arrived within minutes. They confirmed that it was an attempted burglary, but thankfully, no one was hurt. While giving my statement, I couldn't shake the thought of the message from the homeless girl. Was it coincidence, or had she somehow known this was going to happen? I felt a strange mix of fear and gratitude. The next morning, I went to the same corner, hoping to find her and thank her. She was there, sitting quietly, almost as if nothing had happened. When she saw me, she simply nodded and held out her hand. Inside, it was a small folded note. I opened it, and in shaky handwriting, it said, "You listened. You trusted. Be careful always." From that day on, I never underestimated the power of attention, or the quiet warnings from someone who sees more than we do.